You're listening to the Greeks Gridiron, live with Ethan Haristodoulou.
Welcome back to more of the Greeks Gridiron, everyone. I'm Ethan Haristodoulou. I'm talking to you Rams fans here in this one. We're doing another Read and React video, and this time it is to the free agent signing news of Allen Robinson going to the LA Rams. The 6'3", 211-pound big man is heading on over to LA to catch passes from the Matthew Stafford in a pretty exciting signing, if you would ask me. So, my Rams fans, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below. How excited are you to see Allen Robinson pair up with Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods to create a three-headed tandem that should be very impressive come next season once Robert Woods is good and healthy and ready to go. This is a pretty exciting one. It's a 3-year deal. $46.5 million with $30.7 million guaranteed in money, so plenty of money to go around for Robinson. Big signing, but also an interesting signing because what this probably means is I'm going to assume, since there's not really any room for him in the wide receiver room now, Odell Beckham is probably not going to be in LA next season, which is kind of unfortunate in my opinion because I really liked the Odell Beckham-Matthew Stafford connection. I felt like it was one of the more low-key, really good QB receiver connections that came out of the Rams last year. So unfortunate to see that kind of pairing end, but the prospect of having Cooper Kupp handling the inside duties while you have Robert Woods and Allen Robinson, two very different receivers, as one's a speedier, more elusive type of wide receiver in Robert Woods, and then the big-bodied go up and make the contested catch type of guy that Allen Robinson is. Like, you have so much variety in this wide receiver room that everyone can kind of cover every type of need that you have in terms of receiving. This is a good one. This is a really good one here. And definitely not a trio of receivers I would want to have to scheme up and defend against if I was any head coach in the NFL. The Robinson tenure over in Chicago ended really weird, very weird. If for my Rams fans, if you don't really know much about Robinson, I'll tell you what, you're getting a really good wide receiver and a guy that I've been a fan of for a long time and a guy that I've wanted the Colts to go after for a handful of years now. And honestly, since he was leaving the Jaguars and heading on over to Chicago, I've wanted him to be a Colt for just about that long. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, and, you know, some of you might know more about this if you're from Chicago than I do, but for whatever reason, Robinson's targets tanked, like absolutely tanked, from 150 and 153 targets the 2 seasons prior to 2021, all the way down to just 66 this past season. Really interesting stuff because there's no evidence on the tape that shows that Allen Robinson is starting to regress, and clearly by the money he's making in this contract that he just signed with the Rams don't feel that way either. But it was noted that Allen Robinson did like a tweet on social media a while back. I couldn't dig through because it's been a while now, and I was looking for it. Trust me, I was, but I couldn't find it, and I wanted to get this video out for you guys. He liked a tweet of someone pulling up the idea that the Bears were trying to ruin his value going into the free agency market to maybe potentially try to re-sign him by lowering his targets and scheming him out of the game plan. And that was something that like Matt Nagy and company were trying to do. Whatever the case may be, that's a very interesting tidbit of information to just kind of hold in the back of your mind when you look at Allen Robinson leaving Chicago. I am not in any shape or form too worried about what Allen Robinson is going to do over there in LA. I think he is going to be an excellent pairing with Matthew Stafford and company. And quite honestly, if you're a Rams fan and you're not excited about this signing, you need to get excited about it because the numbers speak for themselves. When Allen Robinson is healthy and he's getting the targets and he's getting the attention he deserves, literally, listen to the numbers here. 93 total contested catches made between 2020 and 2019. I believe it's like 49 and 44. I can't remember, give or take, which season that was exactly. I think it was 49 in 2020 and then 44 in 2019. But that's just 93 contested catches. Talk about a guy who can go up and make the play. And the reason I bring that up is because a lot of people like to knock Matthew Stafford for having Calvin Johnson to throw up into the air to and just heave it down the field in hopes that Johnson will be able to just go up and make the play. Well, whatever side of the argument you sit on with that, I don't. I think Stafford's just an elite quarterback, but, what's my opinion? but you're giving him a target who can do just exactly that, coupled with the route running and catching ability of Cooper Kupp, and then, of course, the speed and hands and ability that Robert Woods brings to the table. I mean, you're giving him every single possible type of target you can have, and he's been successful with all of them, and he was really successful being able to just throw that ball up to Calvin Johnson, and I expect to see something similar of that stature with Allen Robinson and Matthew Stafford now pairing it up. You couple that with the fact that he has only 8 dropped passes in the last 4 seasons combined, which is ludicrous numbers. It's literally 2 drops a season, and he had 303 targets in 2019 and 2020. That's ludicrous numbers. Sure hands, big-bodied guy, can go up and make the catch. This was a hell of a signing. And I feel like I say that about a lot of these big ones, but this one specifically fits what Matthew Stafford is really, really good with on offense and throwing to in terms of like a type of wide receiver you'd want to get for him. While Odell Beckham is a playmaker and he's excellent, and, you know, I loved what they had going on, as long as Allen Robinson is healthy, the Rams have got to be the favorite going into next year's playoff chase. I don't know. The Rams are just looking really good. They're looking locked and reloaded. Yes, they lost Von Miller to the Bills, but I'm assuming they're going to try to address that in some way, maybe in this year's draft. I don't really think there's anyone that you could get of value to replace what Von Miller did in free agency right now. I could be wrong, unless they somehow swing and maybe pull in like Zadarius Smith somehow, because he's not going to the Ravens anymore. But ultimately, damn good signing by the Rams. I'm excited to see Matthew Stafford chucking bombs to Allen Robinson and seeing him go up. And I firmly expect Robinson to look at seeing somewhere along the lines of that like low end 66 targets to high end like 90 targets this season, because Allen Robinson's a big man who can go up and make those contested catches, and I know Matthew Stafford loves those types of plays. Rams fans, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Again, hit that like button if you're excited to see Allen Robinson catching passes from Matthew Stafford, and I will see you guys in the next big free agent signing update. Catch you guys later.